And 1, 2, 3, hit it. Pat, 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 pat. Show how you work it. Show you how you work it. Pat, pat. Bubba Kush. Tapping together, man. Do what you gotta do.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
This your boy Party Hard. Rookies, today I want to talk to you about what you got there. Look forward to. Right now, I want you to see where I'm at. I'm in between the tractor and the trailer. You look over there. You see what's over there? Decided to take me a shit outside. This is something you gotta do. There's no rest area. But you see the setup, rookies. You see your setup, you gotta look forward to. We'll get into the video. Boy, you beat me to it. Go on to your daddy. Come on, daddy. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Take a photo.
See that? You ain't gonna smile for that. Back. Yeah, that's how I go down sometimes. You thought it was a joke. That was a setup. That was anything. Baby wipes is already in my mother pocket. Exactly. I'm out here on the 101 freeway. Alright. Now, I want to tell you something. It's something important that you need to know. What you need to know is where you going. Alright? Because this country is different depending on where you're at. I'm in California on the 101 freeway. A lot of rich people live over here in this area. So what I need to know before I get over in this area, period, you're going to need to have them fuel together. Yeah. Because ain't no fuel, a couple 100 miles. Okay, if you're with a big box company, there is no major fuel stops nowhere up in here. Okay, so if you didn't hit that one coming in, you should. And you're going to need to know that depending on where you're going, because you can depending on where you're at in this country, you can put yourself in a situation where you don't have the proper amount of fuel and you got nowhere to get fuel. You can get stuck, especially on the West Coast. So you're somebody like me, myself, you're not from the West Coast, that's something you need to get familiar with, where you're going, the fuel stops and all that. You need to know what's happening with that, because you get in a situation where you run out of fuel and you got 200 miles for a fuel stop pop up. You're going to need to know where that's at. You know what I mean? You got certain places like California and Florida. They come down where they didn't want you to fuel in neither one of them spots. California and Florida don't put a drop of fuel in them. Okay? Especially Florida. The fuel before you hit Florida, you're going to fuel on the Georgia state line because of the taxes and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that per se as a company driver, but just something you look forward. You want to do something different or do something else. It's something you might want to just keep in mind. You know? And as far as the different grades like out west with the mountains and stuff, it gets different. It gets, different type of wind, certain time and wind conditions. The winds are so crazy that they'll tell you like pull over. You gotta pull over because strong wind advisory for high profile vehicles. You need to know when you'll be in these type of areas because it can affect your travel, your destination times and stuff like that, depending on the weather and what's going on. So it's important that you know the weather, pretty much what's going on all over the country. It's important that you have clothing that can, winter clothing and summer clothing and all year clothing on the truck at all times. It's important to keep a coat on the truck at all times. I don't care where you live at, it's 100 degrees. It don't matter. Somewhere else in this country, it could be -10. And you might have to be good to go there. So you need to have all that together. And you need to know, it's like the Northeast. When you go to the Northeast, where the parking is very limited, you know what I'm saying? So you need to know how you got to get in there to where you go and park. All this stuff you got to know. That's why it's very important to know where you're going in the country, what's going on in that part of the country, how's the parking, how's the fuel. You need to know all that because it can affect what you got going on when you don't want to put yourself in a sticky situation. So the best way to avoid that is know where you're going. You know what I'm saying? Understanding where you're going, the geography, the lay of the land, what's happening over there. Because California It's night and day from Chicago. Chicago's night and day from New York, you know what I'm saying, per se. New York's night and day from Florida. Florida's night and day from Texas. It's all different. Each state is like its own little country. If you never left outside your state, you'll find that the way stuff's set up in your state, it doesn't work like that in other states at all. So when you get out here, you'll see that, and you need to know that. Like the 101 freeway, I know it's no rest areas. It's no truck stops. I know is they got shoulder bikes like this that they have here for you, because that's all you got if you need to stop and get rest. Is these shoulder bikes. So you gotta know that. I know that, and I know that in Virginia, you can't do the on or off ramps. They won't allow that there. They won't allow you to do that. But I know in other states they will. Tennessee, they will. You know what I mean? New Jersey, they will. You got to know where you can do what as far as parking and sleeping. Me, myself, personally, I don't like to sleep in rest areas. There's a lot of new drivers in there crashing out people's trucks at night while people sleeping, and I'm just not interested. It's too tight. There's too many people together. Truck drivers, I open my door, truck driver right there. Sometimes they looking in at me. I'm not interested. I like shoulder bikes like this when I'm by myself. I like rest areas. That's just me. If you're a female, I wouldn't suggest you play none of this parking I'm playing, because it gets dangerous out there for women. Rest areas, especially, we got some creeps out here. So I suggest you park in a safe location, like truck stops. Good luck with that. So, it's just important to know for your, you know, to keep the money in your pocket. You're always worried about your bottom line, and the way to keep your bottom line right is know what's going on, know where you're going. I'm trying to get to, like, I'm over here in California now. I need to get to a doctor because I got an abscess. You see, so you can see my jaw is swollen. So I need to get some penicillin or something for that. So, but I'm over here in, like, right up the streets of Santa Barbara, California. It ain't gonna be nothing for no people like me trying to get them to see a doctor. Not gonna happen. And out here, if you in California, you definitely don't want to. So I'm trying to, hopefully I can get this off and get maybe the AZ where the natives at, because I know they got something affordable healthcare where I can get something over there, especially at Class Flags now. So if I can shoot back over that way, with some penicillin and rock on out and get done what I got to get done. But I just wanted to tap in and tell y'all that I thought that was very important, something you need to know coming out here as a new driver. And me, myself, personally, I use YouTube, and I get a lot of helpful information off YouTube, so I want to make my channel, like, you know, we laugh at bus jokes, but I want to make sure that the people coming here want information about trucking, that you always pick up tidbits that'll help you along your way in your journey and help you be successful. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, so if you're new to the channel, it's your first time, welcome. And everybody over here, we like family. Nobody's a subscriber, and everybody helps everybody. There's no none of that. So hope you enjoy the channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. This like button is about support. Switch type shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't necessarily y'all like the video, but we say I rocks with y'all. Appreciate what you do. All right? It's your boy Party Hard. Y'all stay safe. Stay safe.